Hey guys. Okay, now I think that we might be cooking with Crisco. It's always something with me, isn't it? It's crazy. It's, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Is it me? Am I the problem? Yes, most definitely. It's me. I'm the problem. And I know that. Yeah, I'm one enough to admit it too. So, yeah, then there's that. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Hey guys. So, it is Thursday, May 24th. It is May 24th. So that means in 30 days and 4 weeks, my son will turn 19. Yeah, 19. 19 years ago. Yeah. And Monday, because this is Thursday. No, today is Wednesday. Right. Yes, today is Wednesday. Oh my gosh. So, Monday, my son's going to work and flips his 2016 Jeep Patriot. Yeah, that's the second time he's flipped a vehicle in 6 months. That's the second time. Yeah. First time was not his fault. He was hit, and it caused him to spin and then flip 3 times in a 1990 Chevrolet Suburban. Um, thank God it was a tank, because when you look at the vehicle and you look at everything that was in the vehicle that flew around in the vehicle, and he walked away with just some minor abrasions and cuts. Yeah, my mom, she's up there. She's looking out for him. This one, he just right down the road, actually, where Christy and I, a good friend of mine from high school, she picked me up for school one morning and headed out that same road, and we flipped on that same road in the same spot. So it's a bad road, a bad area, but my son learned how to drive in this area, and he knows all about that road. He knew that his mother and her good friend had flipped in that same curve. He was still going too fast and overcorrected and messed up. And now then to he's got repercussions to his bad choices, let's just say. So I've been dealing with insurance companies, or my insurance company, which they're great. So, I mean, that's not terrible, but just having to go through this all over again is just, it's a pain in my butt. And if you hear anything in the background, that would be my son. He's on TikTok, and apparently he doesn't give a crap that there's other people in the house. He's just in there hooting and hollering on TikTok. So anyway, my apologies for that if you hear any background noise. But so, what's been going on with y'all? And I'm just kidding. I know y'all can't. I can't hear you if you said something. But so yeah, the I don't know. It's just weird whenever you have kids and you 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 take care of them. You change their little fannies, and you feed them, you bathe them, and you educate them the best way that you know how. And they get that driver's license and they go out into the world, and you think, we're going to do good things. And it's absolutely the most terrifying thing that I've ever done since having him, was handing him the keys to a vehicle that I know has the ability to kill him, and say, bye, I love you, drive safe, be careful, make good decisions, and I'll see you when you get home. I used to, when I was his age, I used to get so angry at my parents because they just acted like me leaving the house was, an act of Congress, and they needed to know where I was going and who I was going with and who was going to be there and what time was I going to be home, and all these questions. I thought I was getting the third. Oh my God, it just drove me crazy. And this was back in the 80s, and there were no cell phones, so it's not like they could track where I was going, call whenever they wanted to check in with me. They didn't have access to being a parent like we have today. If my son's out with friends and it's midnight, I can just pick up the phone and call him. And if he doesn't answer, well, that's his ass. Okay? If he doesn't call me back, then I can be concerned. But that's not the way it was when I was younger. Our parents just handed us the keys and said, we'll see you when you get home. This is your curfew. And then I guess they just sat down on the couch and prayed in the best way they knew how, because there was no way to check up. There was no way to check in with your kids when they walked out the door until they walked back in. You just hoped that they would walk back in the door in one piece. And my parents got that phone call many times, because my brother was, if he was anything, he was really, really good at tearing up cars and trucks and pretty much anything that had a motor in it. And now my son is sharing me TikToks. Okay. So, yeah, and, here it is, Bear's not even 19. He's a month away from turning 19, and he's already totaled 2 vehicles. No, again, the first one was not his fault. It was completely out of his hands. He was hit, and there was nothing he could do to avoid that accident. But it still happened. And I don't want to be in the same situation that my parents were in. That's a nightmare. I don't even know how many vehicles my brother destroyed. I can't remember. I couldn't count them if I tried. But I just don't want that for Bear, for sure. To never know if you're going to have a daily driver, something that's going to get you back and forth to school. Because, he's got work right now because it's summer. He's out of college, but he goes back in August. Got to have a reliable vehicle to get you back and forth to college. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with today. And we're going to be gone next week to the lake house. So we're not going to have time to fiddle with vehicles and insurance and all that. So I'm trying to get things wrapped up between now and Friday. so that we can have a decent vacation and not have to worry about all this shit when we get home. So this is not really the vlog that I wanted to make tonight, but it's what's going on, and I try to be current, try to stay relevant with y'all. You know, all two people that watch this, which would be my husband and I think my nail technician. I'm not sure. Hey, how y'all doing? But I hope Ayla Jane's doing good. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That's all for today. For right now, anyway. I may come back and make some more. You never know. Something may happen and I may want to jump back on here and do another one. You just can't ever tell with me. But for right now, it's just about Bear. I had to get some stuff off my chest, you know, make myself feel a little bit better about being a mother and having a child that is apparently going to make a career choice of flipping vehicles. I hope your children make better choices than mine. Have a good evening.